Today, let's talk about the egg-shaped goldfish, the group that has no dorsal fin. The exact origin of egg-shaped goldfish is not very clear, but based on historical records, they likely appeared before 1896. Their timeline seems to have developed in parallel with the transformation from worm type to dragon type goldfish. There are many varieties in the egg-shaped group, such as egg phoenix, eggfish with pompons, celestial, and lionhead. But among them, Ranchu is by far the most famous and popular. Whether in fish farms or among hobbyists, Ranchu is always the focus. So today, let's mainly look at the history of Ranchu. Around 1502, Japanese fish traders began importing egg-shaped goldfish from Quanzhou, Fujian province in China to Osaka in western Japan. At first, the Japanese called these dorso-less goldfish maluko. Later, as goldfish trade between Fujian and Japan grew, the name gradually changed into Ranchu, which actually came from the Minnan dialect word Ranchu. Although the writing changed, the pronunciation stayed quite similar. In Osaka, Japanese breeders developed the first Ranchu line, the Osaka Ranchu, which had a more developed nasal membrane. This became the earliest Ranchu strain in Japan. From then on, Ranchu in Japan went through three major stages. 1. Osaka Ranchu. The earliest type, looked closer to the eggfish. Eventually, it was replaced by larger and more elegant types. 2. Association Ranchu. Developed during the Meiji Restoration, these fish were strong and beautiful in shape, with young Ranchu already reach 12 to 14 cm in size. They emphasized a powerful build and pronounced head growth. 3. Uno Ranchu. Selective bred from Association Ranchu. Unlike its predecessor, Uno Ranchu aimed for even bigger head growth and bright body colors. Because it was developed in Kyoto, it is also known as Kyoto Ranchu. Now let's look at Chinese Ranchu. Surprisingly, their history is quite recent. In 1987, Mr. Ye Qichang in Fuzhou imported Japanese Ranchu. By the next year, he successfully bred F2 generations. Because of local water and climate, the Ranchu grew with stronger bodies, larger head growth, more vibrant colors, and thinner tail pedicles compared to Japanese Ranchu. Since then, Chinese Ranchu gained their place in the goldfish world. Chinese Ranchu are usually divided into northern and southern strains. Northern Ranchu, longer and bigger, but with smaller head growth. Southern Ranchu, shorter and rounder, with very large head growth. Why is Ranchu so popular in China? Besides their cute and impressive looks, they are also very versatile. Traditionally, Chinese people kept all fish in wooden vans or clay jars. Later, as glass tanks became popular, goldfish were classified into top view or side view fish. Ranchu is one of the few varieties that looks great from both angles, whether in a bowl or in a glass aquarium. But as always, there is another side. Ranchu's round body, huge head growth, and a lack of dorsal fin makes them look like little tanks, but they also reduce swim ability. Ranchu are often active, unafraid of people, and aggressive eaters. They eat a lot, move less, and this combination makes them very prone to swim blood problems. Swim blood disorder usually has three stages. 1. Loss of balance. 2. Enteritis. 3. Dropsy. So it's very important to treat them in the first stage. For example, one of my Ranchu recently had swim blood problems. Here's what I did. 1. I immediately stopped feeding. Usually, after 1-2 days without food, the fish can regain normal swimming. 2. I switched from pellets to feeding bloodworms and steamed egg. 3. I reduced feeding from 3 times a day to twice, or even once, depending on temperature. 4. When the water temperature goes above 30 degrees Celsius, I stop feeding altogether. Now, my ranchu has fully recovered. So my advice is, avoid too much pellet food. Keep observing your fish carefully, and act fast when you see symptoms. Also, it's better to keep ranchu in a tank at least 80 cm long, choosing a long shallow tank rather than a deep one. These are my ranchu, which I have been raising since May. So far, I have lost one due to parasitic infections. I will summarize some of my experience over the past 6 months in a later video, from spring to summer. I hope you can keep following me. That's all for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.